Acha, now we'll read about the narrator and his grandmother in the city, means their city life. When my parents were comfortably settled in the city, they sent for us. That was a turning point in our friendship. So from here, their friendship changed. Although we shared the same room, my grandmother no longer came to school with me. I used to go to an English school in a motor bus. There were no dogs in the streets and she took to feeding sparrows in the courtyard of her city house. And she could not go with him to school because he went to the English school and in the motor bus. There were no street dogs, so she fed the sparrows in the courtyard. As the years rolled by, we saw less of each other. As the time passed by, both of them means they had a less conversation with each other. For some time she continued to wake me up and get me ready for school. When I came back, she would ask me what the teacher had taught me. And whenever I used to come back from school, she used to ask me what the teacher taught me. I would tell her English words and little things of Western science and learning. The law of gravity, Archimedes' principle, the world being round, etc. And then he used to tell her all these things that he studied, the English words, the Western science, law of gravity, Archimedes' principle, and the world is round. This made her unhappy, so she felt very bad. She could not help me with my lessons because it was English and she could not teach him. She did not believe in the things they taught at the English school and was distressed that there was no teaching about God and the scriptures. And whatever the English school was teaching them, she was not at all happy. She felt very bad because no teaching of God and scriptures were given in the school. One day I announced that we were being given music lesson. So one day the narrator told his grandmother that the music lessons were now going to be taught to them. She was very much disturbed. She didn't like the music. To her, music had lewd association. It belonged to the low people. It was a monopoly of harlots and the beggars and not meant for gentle folk. So she thought that the music was only for the beggars and the prostitutes. It was not meant for good people. She said nothing, but her silence went disapproval. She did not say anything, but he understood that she did not like it. She rarely talked to me after that, and after that she had a less conversation with the narrator. When I went up to university, I was given a room of my own. And when he joined the university, he got a separate room. The common link of friendship was snapped. Now the friendship was totally broken. My grandmother accepted her seclusion with resignation. And the grandmother, she did not like it, but she had to accept it. She rarely left her spinning wheel to talk to anybody, and now she spoke less to people. She only worked on her spinning wheel. From sunrise to sunset, she sat by her wheel spinning and reciting prayers. From early morning till evening, she used to work on the wheel and recite prayers. Only in the afternoon, she relaxed for a while to feed the sparrows. While she sat in the veranda, breaking the bread into little bits, hundreds of little birds collected round her, creating a veritable bedlam of cheer-up. So when she sat in the veranda, breaking bits for the sparrows used to collect round her and they used to chirp loudly. Some came and perched on her legs, others on her shoulders, some even sat on her head. She smiled but never shooed them away. And they used to come and sit on her leg, on her shoulder, on her head. And she only used to smile at them, she never drove them away. It used to be the happiest half hour of the day for her. And this half hour, feeding the sparrows, was the happiest moment of her day. When I decided to go abroad for further studies, I was sure my grandmother would be upset. Now when he had to go to foreign country for his studies, he knew that grandmother would be very upset. I would be away for 5 years, and for 5 years he had to go out to study, and at her age one could never tell, and it was very difficult for him to understand whether he'll be able to meet her after coming back for 5 years. But my grandmother could. She was not even sentimental, but when he returned, she was there. She came to leave me at the railway station, but did not talk or show any emotion. And at the railway station, she also came to see off him, but she never spoke anything, nor she showed that she was feeling bad. Her lips moved in prayer, her mind was lost in prayer, and she was continuously saying the prayer, and she was lost in the prayer. Her fingers were busy telling the beads of her rosary, and in her hands were the beads of the rosary, and she was praying. Silently she kissed my forehead, and when I left, I cherished the most moist imprint as perhaps the last sign of physical contact between us. And while saying goodbye, she kissed my forehead, and then I thought it was the last physical contact between her and the narrator.